Some of our students begin their college career right out of high school, as I mentioned before. Some stop out, some get a job and come back. It doesn't really matter. It's where they end up, hopefully sitting right where you're sitting this evening. Our student speaker did enroll in CSM right out of high school because his parents insisted. I don't know how many of our graduates are in that category. By the way, I started at a community college and because my parents insisted. And I am where I am today because they said, you're going to college. Our graduate speaker this evening had the same experience. His parents insisted that he continue his education at CSM. But he dropped out, took a detour to pursue a music career. But then he returned to CSM to complete his studies. And now he's on a trajectory that few could ever imagine of him, or probably even himself when he left us, because he's been accepted by a prestigious Ivy League university. I think we've all heard about it, University of Pennsylvania. And that's quite an achievement to be accepted at the University of Pennsylvania, no matter where you're coming from. Some may know him best as Austin Cody. Tonight, it is my pleasure to introduce our graduate speaker, Austin C. Rick.
Good evening. Welcome, fellow graduates, faculty, family members, and distinguished guests. It is a great honor to stand here tonight and to celebrate our important achievement. As graduates, we have faced uncertainty and we have overcome challenges. Success demands rigor, determination, and perseverance. Achievements are not earned through luck or by way of wishful thinking, but rather by accepting challenges and rising above obstacles in the face of adversity. Graduation, for all of us, is a landmark step toward the realization of our dreams and aspirations. I would like to share a personal part of my own story. As I stand here tonight, a completely changed man from the first day that I ever set foot on CSM's campus. For as long as I can remember, music was my life. I was completely disinterested in college, and I wanted nothing to do with the boring everyday workforce. I saw for myself a future far greater. During high school, I took extended excused absences so that I could travel to Nashville and work on my first studio album. For 5 years following high school, I traveled and I performed. I recorded music and I signed autographs, lots of them. I thought myself invincible. I called my own shots and I answered to no one but myself. This world, these artificial realities in which I resided, would eventually come crashing down. I felt lost. I was a wandering soul. But then my life changed forever. In a chance conversation with my cousin Ashley, I was asked if I'd ever considered returning to school. I laughed. I didn't fit my own image of an undergraduate student. I was almost 26 years old, and undergraduate students were just out of high school. They were taking advantage of academic opportunities that I had already squandered. So I became enthralled at the idea of returning to school and starting anew, of reclaiming the time that I had frivolously tossed away. And so my journey began. When I stepped back into the CSM classroom, I was intimidated. With each class, I began to recognize my potential and also the support that CSM had to offer me. Everything hinges on perseverance. I completed my first associate's degree in criminal justice last summer. And I now stand here alongside each of you, ready to accept a second associate's degree in communication. To date, these achievements are my most cherished. No amount of brand endorsements or radio spins can touch them. Hard work pays off, but I did not get here without help. Like many of my fellow graduates, I have a few special professors who changed my life. Professor Judith Allen Leventhal. Thank you for molding me from a student who continually failed to understand comma splices into a solid writer. Dr. Richard Bilsker, who unfortunately could not be with us this evening, thank you for showing me the importance of thinking outside the box. And Dr. Christine Arnold-Laurie, I was terrified of your class and initially of you. I remember shaking my head while thinking to myself after the first day, this class is going to be the one class that I get a B in over my CSM career. I know it. But in hindsight, I can attest that your class made a letter grade seem completely irrelevant. I learned more than history from you. I learned to think critically and to appraise data independently and without outside influence. I would like to thank my parents, Earlene and Bill Rick, who are over there with us tonight. You are my heroes, my role models who have taught me what is most important in life. I love you. Among my favorite quotes, it's an anonymous quote. It follows, "The biggest room in the world is the room for improvement. Good, better, best. Never let it rest until your good is better and your better is best. Always make room in your life for improvement." We can make ourselves into whatever we wish. The formula is simple. Recognize possibility, envision success, and pursue relentlessly, and swing wide open the door to the biggest room in the world. Congratulations, and thank you.